Well, hello and welcome back, my friends, to yet another wonderful firearms review here on my channel. And today we have an interesting treat for you. We have some fancy technology, as they say here, upon my workbench. Now, before we get into that, let me go ahead and apologize for taking all this time to get you another video out here. It's been like, I don't know, like 3 weeks or something like that. But it's kind of a good thing because, you know, the store. Like I said last time, you guys buy so much stuff that I'm sitting in here packaging all day, every day. But guess what? You guys have given me so much business that I was able to hire someone to work full time, shipping, processing orders, handling all the stuff that was keeping me from making you guys videos. So now, going forward, I'm gonna be able to crank these things out more regularly. So, with that being said, thank you very much for all the business. But now, back to what we've got here. And let me bring the camera in and we'll show you just what is upon my table today. And welcome back. So, as you can see here, we've got this nice leather box, like a gentleman's briefcase, if you will. Got some nice little Czechoslovakian words on there, and since 1936. But look at this thing. Fine construction. You got your little combination latch. You got some nice solid hinges, some little doodads to stand it upright. Mighty nice, huh? Then you got this here. However you open this thing. Let me see what we got here. There we go. She's open. What's in the box? What? Manuals, papers, all sorts of stuff of that nature. No one cares about those, though. You flip over the little patch here. And what do you have? You have a CZ75 SP-01 Shadow in 9mm, made right there in the Czech Republic. First things first, I'm noticing here, this thing is heavy, which, you know, for the race gun I'm assuming it's trying to be, that's probably a really good thing. You get some nice metallic grips here. I'm guessing those are aluminum. I don't know, but they look cool and they say Shadow, so you know it's intense. All sorts of gold furniture here to be the high roller in your town. Feels pretty nice. Big old chunky sights there. I do like that. Comes with 1 magazine, 2 magazine, 3 magazines. So, you know, as I judge on these sorts of things, this thing do come with a mighty fine setup. It comes with all the goodies here. Honestly, I have no complaints about what this thing comes with. I would say this is better than 90% of pistols. The case is, I mean, I don't really understand why you get a case like this, but it is a pretty badass case. But, with that being said, there's really no frills to it. It's just a gun. Got a safety, got a slide release, got a mag release, and it's got a hammer. That's about all there is to it, and really about all you need. Oh, and it does have rails. Neat. Not sure what you'd put on a race gun. Maybe you put a light and laser on it. Who knows? All right, but with that being said, it's a mighty fine gun. So, let's go shoot it. But, as you know, and as we always do, before we shoot this thing, let's have a word from today's sponsor. Do you find yourself trying to build an AR here in the middle of the end time, struggling to find parts? The only things available to you being old dinky stuff like PSA, Aero Precision, Poverty Pony, Anderson, and you really just don't like it, and you want some of that good old-fashioned American military grade stuff, then boy, do I have a product for you. I have within my possession hundreds, if not thousands, if not millions of FN Herstall M4 stripped uppers. These bad boys are genuine military grade, used by the U.S. Armed Forces, and solid forged aluminum. They look pretty cool. They got some letters on them that tell you where you're mounting things. They're nice and clean, and they've got all that nice battle damage on them, because people love that these days. People intentionally paint their guns to look like they use them when they actually don't use them, and just take pictures for the gram. But you could be the man that has a gun that actually gets used. Or woman. I doubt any of y'all watch this channel, but if you do, you can get some. Now, for a limited time only until they're sold out, these bad boys are $119.99, or if you call within the next 15 minutes, we'll knock an additional 10% off your order. Call now. We have operators standing by. Just kidding. Please don't clog up the company phone line. But if you use offer code STRIPPED, you can get one of these nice stripped uppers for your AR. Now, with that being said, let's get back to shooting. So here we are out on the range, CZ in hand, and of course, thanks to all the sales and profits you guys have been giving me, I've been able to upgrade my backstop to something much more nice and relevant to these here firearm reviews. You'll be able to see where all the little bullets hit. So thanks for that. But now, with that being said, first things first on every firearms review, what do I care about on something like this? Accuracy. So I've got a 5-round mag here. We're gonna slap this in the gun and see what kind of accuracy we can get. No speed, no fancy drills, just pure accuracy for this first 5-round mag. Magazine glides right on in there, which is mighty nice feeling, I will say. Buttery smooth, safety easily articulated. Now, with that being said, let's see what we got. I've got one little black dot on the center of that box, and we'll see what kind of accuracy I can get. Now, with that being said, I'm shooting, I can't tell if you guys can see the distance there, but I would say we are probably 9 to 10 yards away from that target. So, not crazy far, not crazy close, and I'm kind of a bad shot. So let's go see what it looks like. So here we are back at the target after a 5-round group, which I'm sure the depth perception here is off as well. But that dot there is 1 inch, well, about 1.5 inches in diameter, and we got a nice, probably 5-inch grouping, I would say, which from 10 yards for me, I would say is pretty good. I don't mind that at all. But like I said, I'm a bad shot, so that right there, very passable for me. So with those first 5 shots out of the way, I will say the gun is accurate enough for me, at least. I can tell it's way more accurate than I can shoot. So that's good up points for this thing. Now, that being said, let's drop this magazine out. I will say the mag release does extend very far, which I like, and it just glides right out, which is good. So drop this out, and I've got a full mag here, which I'm not sure if I stated before, but the capacity on these things is 18, and obviously +1. So that's pretty good. Now, next mag in, slide released. I will say I do like how smooth this thing is. A complaint I do have, let me slap the safety on here, is it is very small. Like, the frame is small for, you know, as big of a gun as this is supposed to be. I'm not a big fan of that. I got big old monkey hands, and I would prefer this thing were a little fatter, but I'm sure you can probably get some different grips here. But as far as the front and the rear strap there, no adjustments. You're kind of just stuck with what you got. So you can make it fatter, but you can't make it any longer. That's what she said. But now, let's shoot this thing. I've got a full mag here. I've got a bunch of circles drawn up on that thing. We'll just see what I could do. You know, shooting kind of fast, shooting kind of how I want. Don't care. I will say she does point mighty nice. The grip angle is just a little more swept than I would prefer, but that's all personal preference. That's nothing I'm going to dock the gun for, you know. Sorry there, I had to clear my throat. I hope you didn't notice. Now, point's fine, reloads are nice, everything's buttery smooth on it. It's nice. Check that out, dry firing, everyone loves that. But I think I know enough about this thing. I basically hit everywhere I was aiming for the most part. I got a few flyers there, but like I said before, that's on me. Shoots good though. So now let's take it to the whiteboard. And welcome back to the whiteboard for yet another conclusion to a firearms review. So on this here whiteboard, if I haven't introduced it to you guys before, or if you're new to the channel, let me go ahead and give you a breakdown here. Extras. What does the gun come with? And how cool of a package is it, you know? That's what the extras is based on. Reliability, pretty self-explanatory. How reliable is the gun? Ergonomics. How comfy do it be to hold? Pretty simple. Performance. How modern day relevant is the gun to its intended application? For this instance, this would be towards competition shooting. Now, Nico score. is the most important score. That is what I think of the gun myself personally, and will make or break any gun. So if your gun's just not very cool, sorry, you don't get a very good score. Now, starting from the top, extras. As you guys saw, this here CZ75 SP-01 Shadow came with a really nice box. It came with 3 mags, all the papers, manuals, little cleaning rod, doodad, etc. That is a pretty complete package, and I'm not really sure what much more you could ask for. I mean, it's going to get a 9 out of 10. I've seen some guns come with custom holsters and stuff of that nature. I guess that would be the only thing that would push it over to the edge. But as far as I can tell, it's got everything you could ask and want. So, like I said, 9 out of 10. Very good. Next, reliability. It is an incredibly reliable gun. Man, I am stumbling over my words here. But it is incredibly reliable. Very solid, all steel construction, very heavy. It just goes. So for that, I'm going to award it a 9 out of 10. Very good. Next, ergonomics. How comfy do she be? Well, if you're a manlet and you got small hands, I would say that gun is very comfortable for you. But for me, it kind of sucks because I got big old mittens on me. You know, as I've stated before, I'm a larger fella. I'm 6'7", 275 pounds, and these big old meat mitts don't like it. They just kind of swallow the whole grip of the thing. And you know, that wouldn't be a problem if it had some more adjustability to it. All you can do is change the grip scales and that's it. So I guess you could get fatter or skinnier, but you can't really change the length, which is what I really need. So for that, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Which I believe may be a little better than I should have given it, but oh well. I'll leave it at 7 out of 10 for now. Performance. How relevant is it for competition shooting? I would say it is fairly relevant, with the exception of a lot of modern day race guns got all sorts of fancy bells and whistles. That would be towards the lower end of the spectrum of competition shooting. It's got what you need to get started, but it doesn't have what you need to get to that next level. So for that, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. And now, for the most important score, the Nico score. I award this gun a 2 out of 10 because 1, I hate CZs. 2, I think it's ugly. Gold and black, come on now, that's a little trashy. But, yet again, that's my opinion. And the best part about that Nico score is it's all my opinion, and that gun sucks, and I give it a 2 out of 10. And it's going to stay that way. Don't you forget it. Now, that being said, the whole gun averages a 7 out of 10, which 7 out of 10 is pretty good. She's better than average, but it's not perfect. And obviously, it's a dirty old CZ. So who would like that anyways? Now, finally, the price tag on these things. This one was kind of like some sort of special edition, 1 of 1,000 made or something like that. I don't know. But after looking online, the prices of them, you know, they kind of fluctuate between $1,200 and $600. It's a little on the expensive side, but it's not like crazy expensive. You know, like for example, my Mark 23, that's a $2,000 pistol, and what's it good for? Not a whole lot, but it looks cool. This one, you know, $1,200 to $600 for a Neato Burrito race gun is reasonable. So with that being said, I guess I approve of this gun. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this review, and look for more regularly scheduled videos here in the future. Have a nice day, folks.